Hello, my name is Brianne Murray, and I am a candidate for a master's degree in social work at East Tennessee State University, and I'm here today to give you an overview about the agencies that I'm doing my internship with. It's called the First Tennessee Human Resource Agency, and it's located in Johnson City, Tennessee. The FTHRA is what we call it for short, is a nonprofit organization that provides much-needed services to people in Northeast Tennessee. These services may include rural transportation, Meals on Wheels, and adult daycare services. They also provide shelter for domestic violence victims, senior employment and volunteer services, in-home personnel care, and community corrections. In April of 2013, the City of Johnson City was awarded an $800,000 Targeted Community Crime Reduction Project grant from the Office of Criminal Justice Programs, which is administered by the Johnson City Police Department. And this grant is to reduce drug-related and violent crime in the areas of Johnson City where these crimes occur most often, which is the Mountain Home and downtown neighborhoods. The strategy for implementing these TCCRP required planning interventions in the following areas. Number 1, which is pre-enforcement. Number 2 is neighborhood revitalization. Number 3 is enforcement. And number 4 is offender intervention. The First Tennessee Human Resource Agency services Carter, Greene, Johnson, Hawkins, Hancock, Sullivan, Unicoi, and Washington counties in Northeast Tennessee. Our mission is to improve the quality of life for the people of Northeast Tennessee through effective delivery of social services. Our vision is to provide the opportunity for each person to have a sense of self-worth and well-being, to accept responsibility for self, family, and community, and have the capacity to be productive and independent. We achieve our mission and vision by effective delivery of transportation, nutritional services, adult day services, shelter for domestic violence victims, senior employment, homemaker services, and many other important social services to our friends and neighbors in need. The Human Resource Agencies were established in 1973 under state law as a not-for-profit delivery system designed to implement human service programs. The FTHRA was created in 1974 by state and local elected officials in accordance with provisions of the Tennessee Human Resource Agency Act of 1973 as amended, which is Title 13, Chapter 26 of the Tennessee Code Annotated. The FTHRA is one of 9 human service agencies across the state of Tennessee, and it works in concert with the other HRAs, which is Human Resource Agencies, through membership in the Tennessee Association of Human Resource Agencies, in providing wall-to-wall social services across the state. The hierarchy of our agency and program, the chief administrator of the agency and executive director is Jason Cody. Christina Peters is the director of corrections, and we have Ashton Belcher, which is the director of the Day Reporting Center. And also, Ashton Belcher has a master's of social work from the University of Tennessee, and she serves as my task supervisor and my field instructor as well. The professional background of the line workers in the program. Ashton has a master's of social work. We also have people who have master's and doctoral degrees from East Tennessee State University in social work and also human service professions. We have people who are in psychology. We have people who are in psychiatry. We just have a lot of therapists on hand to help the offenders wherever they feel like they need to be helped. The Day Reporting Center, it services about 15 to 20 individuals. CCI, which is a Correctional Institute, services about a couple hundred people. And the Alternative Community Correction Program as well services a couple of hundred people. The other entities that our program collaborates with would be the Adult Education Services. They come and provide GED classes. We also have people from Olson Martial Arts who come to provide services for our offenders. And we have people who are with the different NA and AA groups to come and do big book studies and things like that with the offenders. We have employees from the Tennessee Department of Correction, Probation, and Parole who also come and help out. Other information about the agency that I think is very interesting is that if the offender successfully completes the day reporting center, the criminal court judge, which is either Stacy Street or Lisa Rice, they have the discretion to potentially erase the rest of the offender's sentence, or they can put them on unsupervised probation, or just count what they have already as time being served. I think that that's really cool because it's very hard for the day reporting center people who are involved in it to complete the program. So if they do complete it, and we've only had 5 successful graduates, we really try very hard to honor them and to give them a hands up. Going back to the Day Reporting Center, it is a program for felony offenders that incorporates evidence-based practices to reduce recidivism. The purpose of this program is to provide targeted services to reduce the risk of reoffending for felony offenders. Adhering to the principles of effective interventions and core correctional practices, the DRC will provide groups and individual services that target minor criminogenic needs such as antisocial cognition, substance abuse, anger, employment, education, and life skills. Participants will also participate in group and individual counseling and case management services through 3 different programmatic phases over the course of 9 to 12 months. Initially, what's mandatory for the offenders, and they must have 2 of these qualifiers. The offender must live in or have committed their past or current felonies in the targeted area, which includes violation of probations and positive drug screens. And in the event that there are not enough referrals for the targeted area, any offender from Washington County, Tennessee would be deemed eligible. Other qualifiers is that they have to have a moderate to high risk of reoffending as measured using a standardized risk assessment, which is called the LS-CMI, classification of substance abuse or substance dependence, potential or confirmed dual diagnosis or mental health diagnoses, currently non-compliant under the supervision of TDOC or ACCP probation. And what disqualifies the offenders from participating in the Day Reporting Center is if they score low on their assessment for reoffending, if they have known suicidal ideologies, or if they're sex offenders. And anybody can make a referral if they're involved in the criminal justice programs, such as judges, district attorneys, public defenders, private attorneys, probation and parole officers, and also community correction officers. And during the internship, what I do is I am involved in teaching MRT classes. I also do alcohol and drug classes, as well as DUI groups. That is what the community corrections and the CCI team does as well. I have a women's group which has about 3 to 6 women at any given time, and we are using a curriculum called Moving On, and the curriculum basically tells the women that no matter what they've done in their past, it's very important to try to look to their future to see if they can be valued members of society, and to let them know that we're there for them and that they can get through it and that they do have hope in living a positive, successful life in the future. And I do want to thank you for taking the time out to listen to my presentation. If you have any questions, you can email me at murrayb@goldmail.etsu.edu. Thank you.